I used to share interesting things about my graduation trip with me because of my children. Just reminded me of that paragraph again. Creepy graduation travel experience. Remember the day we arrived at the hotel. The sky is dark and cloudy with light rain. You can obviously feel the weather and temperature drop when you get off the bus. We will meet in the lobby of the hotel after we get off the luggage. At this time, the teacher took a pair of keys and asked us, "Which two people want to sleep in this room?" Xiao Yi raised his hand quickly as soon as he heard it. The teacher gave her the key. This room is extra. Because there was a teacher who was going to sleep in the same hotel with us. But he has something to delay. So there was no way to arrive that night. Anyway, Xiao Yi and I were very happy in this room at the time. After the teacher gave us the key. Just continue to distribute keys to other students. By the way, it also means that you can leave first if you get the key. Everyone can move freely in the evening and come back before 8 o'clock. Xiao Yi and I were very happy, so we took the elevator upstairs to find a room first. The elevator in this hotel is not big and can only accommodate up to 8 people, right? You can clearly smell the musty smell when you enter the elevator. This is the beginning of something disturbing. Get to the 3rd floor and walk out of the elevator. We follow the room number. All the way to the room at the end of the corridor. Xiao Yi opened the door excitedly and walked in directly. The pattern of this room is like this. After entering the room, on the left-hand side is the wall of the bathroom toilet door. On the right-hand side is the place where tea bags and kettles are placed. Enter along the wall of the toilet and you will first see a single bed. Then there is the console of the room's electric light. Followed by a double bed. There is also a floor lamp in the innermost. Opposite the 2 beds is the TV cabinet. She walked in front and hummed excitedly. And I followed. When she passed the toilet door, she suddenly stopped and stood still. Instantly quiet. I chased her because of this. I was about to raise my head to ask her why she stopped suddenly. But noticed that her expression became stiff. Keep staring at the location of the landing lights. Seems to see something there. But I looked sideways. I can't see anything strange. Just asked Xiao Yi what happened. She asked me if I had seen a little sister. I was completely dumbfounded to hear her say that. What the hell is she talking about? After she finished speaking, she ran to the bed. And lying on the ground trying to find the little sister in her mouth. After getting up, she stared at me and told me. She really saw a little sister hiding under the bed. We looked at each other. I know Xiao Yi is serious. But I choose to pretend not to believe it. And comforted her that she was wrong. At this moment, I have goosebumps all over my body. I dare not lie down and look for it with her. Because I'm afraid what if there is really someone in it? At this moment, Xiao Yi shook his head again and turned his head to tell me. It's okay, just kidding. But her stiff smile couldn't hide the unusual nature of the room. She pushed me and told me to go out first. The 2 of us walked out the door with our luggage again. She knocked on the door and said, "Excuse me." After speaking, he pulled me in again. Then turn on all the lights in the room. As if nothing happened. Happily lying on the double bed and rolling. After a while, I heard other people coming up one after another. Xiao Yi and I ran to their room to visit together. Then I went out and strolled around the hotel. About 8 o'clock. Everyone has returned to the hotel. Xiao Yi and I were the last to press the line into the door. The teacher is waiting for us in the lobby. Make sure we all come back. We didn't go back to the room immediately after we went upstairs. Instead, go to other rooms to find friends. Everyone excitedly started to visit each other to fart and chat. Playing poker and taking pictures. Like a lively street late at night, a group of lunatics carnival all night long. The teacher and squad leader also went to each room. Remind everyone to keep the volume down, don't affect other tenants. We played until almost 11 o'clock. When Xiaoyi and I were about to go back to the room, all standing at the door of our room waiting for each other to open the door. Only then did I find out. We forgot to bring the key when we went out in a hurry. So we had to go back to the first floor. Tell the counter we locked ourselves out of the door. So I walked to press the elevator first. Xiaoyi went to another room to borrow the toilet first. I stood in the elevator and pressed the button to open the door and waited for her to come over. Who knew that as soon as Xiaoyi walked out of that room, I looked up and saw me standing in the elevator. Just waved frantically in a panic and told me to hurry over to her side. I want to say what happened. So I ran over quickly. She watched as the elevator door closed. Just asked me, "Shall we go down the stairs?" I asked her in a low voice why she took the stairs. She just made a gesture to ask me to be quiet first. Later we walked to the counter. The counter lady gave us a spare key. Let's go up and drive by ourselves. Take it down and return it to her when you run out. After hearing this, Xiaoyi immediately asked the counter lady if she could return it the next morning. The kind counter lady immediately agreed to Xiaoyi's request. After we entered the room, we took turns to take a shower. But I'm really curious about Xiaoyi's weird actions. When we all finished taking a shower, I asked her, "What happened just now?" She still compared the SHH gesture and shook her head. Appease me and say that I will explain clearly the next day. She also wants me to sleep in a double bed with her. Of course I think it's good. Whoever told me to be scared by her actions? Just need someone to accompany. The next day we got on the tour bus and left the hotel. She just said what happened last night. She said that when she entered the room last night, she glanced up quickly. In fact, I saw the floor lamp at first glance. But she only looked at the ground because there was a footpad on the ground that was kicked by her. But then she instantly remembered. There was a little sister in the floor lamp just now. He was hiding under the double bed. So she immediately looked up to confirm. After that, I will lie on the ground and look for it. Is someone really hiding under the bed? But still haven't found it. At this time, Xiaoyi began to worry about whether there was anything in this room. Just hurry to the door and knock on the door and ask the little sister to leave temporarily. When she entered the door, she used a quick glance to confirm again and again. Little sister is no longer in the room. Plus I comforted her by the side, she must have read it wrong. She just lived with peace of mind. And I was standing in the elevator waiting for her. She was suddenly called out again that time because, after she came out of the other room and stepped into the corridor, he glanced up quickly again and then looked at the ground. This is the moment. She saw nearly 20 people packed into the elevator. The entire elevator. Frightened of her, quickly looked up at me again and told me to come out quickly. She said that although I was the only one left, she looked straight at it. But it's better not to take it at that time. I don't know why she kept seeing those things that day. Xiaoyi said it had never been like this before. She slowly believed that there are some hotels that are less frequented by people. Places with weak popularity. May all live in those invisible beings. So come to a place like this in the future. Still a few more people sleep together and act together. This is also more at ease. This is our experience of encountering strange things on our graduation trip. Although it's not a terrible thing. But I was very scared at the time.